Every now and then you come across a game that just takes you by surprise. Earlier this summer, Google announced a pro lineup of games free to claim for subscribing users for July. I wasn't honestly very interested in any of them for reading the blurbs, but Roguebook looked intriguing enough, but not that intriguing. Yet another card game, I thought. But don't get me wrong, it is a genre I love, but having just gotten back into Magic Arena and binge played a lot of Slay the Spire the month before, I wasn't really looking for a new card game. But when planning a livestream a few weeks in, I did decide to give it a go anyway, and I am glad that I did. Hi, I'm Dad Plays Games, and today, let's enter the pages of the Roguebook. Roguebook is a classic deck building game. You start off with a deck of cards that will get you through the first few duels, but sooner or later you'll need to upgrade. The more the game progresses, the better cards you'll have. While being a classic deck builder, it also manages to keep things fresh, specifically thanks to the way it approaches the gameplay in between the matches. Each run through the game consists of 3 levels, with a bunch of random encounters on each. After selecting your 2 characters and thus getting a starting deck consisting of some basic cards from each of these 2 characters, you're presented with the first level. It's a quite big map of hexagons, with most of it hidden except your close vicinity and a path straight to the level's boss encounter to go to the next one. To unlock more of the map and its treasures, coins, battles and opportunities, and to get more cards, you spend ink or brushes. Brushes reveal tiles around you in a circle and are earned by defeating elite battles and end-level bosses. Ink vials, on the other hand, you earn from normal battles, and they can be used to do a few various things, like unlocking 3 tiles in a straight line or 1 tile anywhere across the map. This approach means that not only is every run different, as which of the bosses and what's hidden beneath to be revealed by the ink is randomized each time, but also once you figure out where a nice artifact or similar is hiding, thanks to maybe a seeing stone or similar, you'll need to get strategic to find the right path with your rather limited supply. You can always try to find a battle to gain more ink, but doing so, while giving you several rewards, also runs your risk of damaging your crew. And it all becomes a balance between risk and reward, the side of chance. Once you have a decent deck, do you push on or do you stick around to improve it further but risk going into the boss battle with less than ideal health situations? And along with the risk-reward theme, when a character dies in battle, they are called into a down state. When that happens, 2 wound cards that do nothing except being in the way of better cards are added to your deck, and all that character's cards are now turned into songs. Play 5 songs and get revived with a bit of health and refreshing fighting spirit. In the meantime, you'll need to survive with your second character, as if both are downed, you'll lose the run. Game over, the end. Winning against an end-level boss removes all wounds, however, so there's one way to get rid of them. But maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here. Let's talk about the battles. They do make up the main portion of the gameplay after all, and consists of your 2 characters on one side and whatever opponents you're faced with on the other. Each turn you draw 5 cards, play them by spending the 3 energy points you have, and then discard whatever's left. Cards mainly have 2 functions. Dealing damage, which is generally dealt either to an enemy of your choice or the enemy in the front of the line. And blocking, which is a party-wide shield protecting you from that much damage. And you can always see the intent of the enemy, including how much damage they're planning to deal, meaning that you can generally try to bring your block up to that amount and be safe from all incoming damage for that turn. Status effects are usually dealt by the enemies, and the value power can be rewarded to you or to the enemy by certain cards, and adds that amount of power to the damage from all of the cards from that character going forward. Because while you do have 2 characters with unique cards for them, you only have 1 deck shared between them and only 1 hand of cards to draw to, meaning that you need to remain versatile in which character can deal damage and block. There are very few ways to get rid of cards from your deck during a run, and just a few ways to make yourself heal, so what cards go into your deck and when to sow damage mean you need to make your conscious decisions regularly as to what cards to pick, and if you want to deal damage or focus on the defensive. Some cards have extra effects, like giving you more energy to play more cards, drawing extra cards to your hand, or ally cards, which are cards that will remain in play throughout the battle and can have effects and deal damage continuously throughout each battle. During a run, you will earn gems to upgrade your cards with stronger effects as well as recovering pages. Winning a run will reward you a heap of pages. But what are pages good for? Well, pages are very important. They're actually used in between the runs to add and upgrade things, like how much health a character has, increasing the odds of finding rare cards, or how much gold you earn from each pile or battle. These embellishments, as the game calls it, are the main form of progression. But they're not the only ones. Because after you beat your first run, you unlock modifiers. And from now on, whenever you start a new run after beating that first one, it's a new run plus. Before opening the gate and starting a run, you now get to choose modifiers. They all have pros and cons. In one, all purchases are cheaper but enemies stronger. Another one replaces all towers that reveal more of the map with something else. One gives you more gold but also makes all prices go up significantly. By beating the game with a set of modifiers, you will unlock new ones. And with the 4 characters to pick and choose between and the 5th available as DLC, the combinations are quite many and you can have endless hours of fun. So far I've sunk in over 20 hours into this game and I feel I'm just getting started. Because by now, Roguebook is without a doubt my favorite deck builder to date. I happily bought the DLC character and I will happily buy any more they ever release. Well done! Roguebook most definitely has my seal of approval.